Good morning, welcome to CATEX TV. My name is Frank Fortunato. Today is Friday, May 8th, 2015. Victory in Europe Day was 70 years ago today, celebrating victory over the Nazis in World War II. If you want to follow us on Twitter, go to CATEX TV. In a very surprising election result in England, the Conservative Party won what was expected to be a very close election that was going to result in a very fractured government. That's not the case. The 643 constituencies have reported in from the House of Commons, which has 650 seats. The Conservatives now have 326 seats, so they are firmly in the majority by one. And that's assuming there are only two parties represented. There are as many as 5 parties represented. David Cameron met with Queen Elizabeth this afternoon, and he has been returned to Downing Street, where he's going to form a new government. The Labour Party leader, Ed Miliband, resigned. Labour had very disappointing results, as did the Liberal Democratic leader, Nick Clegg, who effectively was acting as the Deputy Prime Minister, as he was part of the previous coalition government. Meanwhile, stocks in London rose quite sharply after the election results were in, especially the insurance industry. Hiscox was up about 2.95%, Beazley up about 2.3%, Lancashire jumped 2.7%, while JLT went up about 3.5%. The City of London is traditionally conservative supporting by nature, and apparently was nervous about the so-called anti-business tone struck by some Labour Party leaders in the run-up to the election. There's been a significant tragedy in Pakistan. A Pakistani military helicopter crashed due to technical difficulties about 180 miles north of Islamabad. On board the plane were foreign diplomats. The dead include the Norwegian ambassador, the Philippine ambassador, the wives of the Malaysian and Indonesian ambassadors to Pakistan. The Dutch ambassador and the Polish ambassador were injured in the crash. The crash occurred in the Naltar Valley, north of Gilgit-Baltistan. The Pakistani president expressed deep sorrow over the crash. Preparations in the Philippines are underway now for a fairly large typhoon which is approaching. It's going to hit sometime this weekend. This would be Typhoon Noul, N-O-U-L. It's known locally in the Philippines as Typhoon Dodong. It's located about 600 miles right now to the southeast of Manila. They're expecting it to come in as a Category 4 with sustained winds of about 220 kilometers per hour and gusting up to 270. This is a very strong storm. The storm is expected to hit Luzon first, and then will move on toward Taiwan and Japan. Munich Re, the world's largest reinsurer, took a $800 million loss on derivative contracts in the first quarter. It was apparently caught off guard by a rally in global stock markets. The majority of the losses were incurred by hedging against gains in stocks. The chief financial officer said that derivatives are an important part of investment management. Munich Re is, amongst other reinsurers, trying to boost returns from investments after yields on bonds have continued to plummet. Munich Re emphasized that they remain on track to meet their full-year profit target of between 2.5 billion to 3 billion euros. And lest we forget, it's hurricane season in the United States. Anna, the first tropical storm of the season, was named yesterday. Technically, Anna is a subtropical storm. It's formed right now off the coast of Georgia. It's technically classified as subtropical because it did not form in the tropical latitudes. It right now only has maximum sustained winds of 45 miles per hour. It's expected to arrive in the Charleston, South Carolina area sometime over the weekend. A harbinger of things to come, hopefully not. That's the news for today. If we have anything breaking, we'll come back and tell you. Have a good weekend, and we'll see you Monday.